Link down below as always to credit the original uploader and for you to read this on your own if you wish. For gameplay, standing meter dunks will now properly use the standing dunk rating instead of the driving dunk to determine the green window size. Dunk meter logic has been updated to make the window size better reflect dunk difficulty. Fixed an issue in the on-ball steal system that forced the ball to yo-yo back to the previous ball hand midway through a crossover or behind the back move. Give this video a thumbs down and I'll backhand you so hard your head's going to go back and forth like a yo-yo. Alright, improved foot planting to reduce unwanted out-of-bounds violations when shooting near the sidelines. When blockers jump early and land on ball handlers or shooters, fouls will now be called 100% of the time. Better shot coverage detection for open versus wide open. I like them wide open. Slight buff to close shots, wide open jump shots, and limitless range badge. Fixed an exploit that allowed players to double dribble by alley-oop fake passing to no one in 1v1 games. Removed the pass interceptions on right stick up as it was being abused for easy steals with no risk. Updated adrenaline system to account for successfully stopping post moves and no longer consume boosts when driving directly towards the rim. Fixed a minor aesthetic issue with Klay Thompson's jump shot, as well as addressed a rare issue in which the ball can get stuck on the stanchion. If I butchered that name, too bad, I'm French. Changed the heat check and recharge player indicator icons to only display when relevant. Limited the distance from which rebounds can branch to putbacks. Fixed an issue that was causing putbacks and mid-air jelly layups to be classified as covered, even when no defenders were nearby. Improved the responsiveness of stopping when setting a screen. Updated griefing logic to differentiate good versus bad. Full court shots and also account for players with high grades. Fixed excessive violations committed event from firing off multiple times incorrectly. Good defensive possession, incorrectly firing on free throws. Lazy defense now includes camping out of bounds. And improved bad timeout logic for the teammate grade. Addressed a rare issue preventing players from being able to break out of a certain pass animation. General preparations for NBA 2K24 Season 2 launching on Friday, October the 20th at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. BST. Balsic State or something. Anyways, stay tuned for what we have in store. Well, not we, them. I'm just narrating the patch notes. Don't be commenting, going, bro, when are you going to fix this shit? It's like I'm not a part of the dev team. Numerous enhancements to the UI have been made across all modes to improve the overall user experience. Continued updates and adjustments have been made to improve face scans, results, and stability when using the MyNBA 2K companion app. Fixed a user-reported issue that prevented certain previously equipped layup and dunk animations from being assigned when editing a player. Resolved a hang that could occur when editing tattoos in the Create a Player menu. Commentary, music, crowd, ambient audio will now be properly heard in player control games and Play Now online. Changing the unit of measurement will now function as intended, and it's not going to make your wee-wee look any bigger. The sponsor patch on the Utah Jazz uniforms have been updated. The letter spacing on the New York Liberty uniforms have been adjusted for accuracy. Team logo's been removed from the 2002 LA Lakers shorts to accurately reflect the actual uniform. The color on the 92 Philadelphia 76ers uniform have been adjusted to better reflect, again, official reference. The NBA logo has been added to the 83 Denver Nuggets uniform. And I'll get some sweet honey sauce with those nuggets. Additional courtside VIPs have been added to various NBA arenas. Removed errant playoffs/finals logo that were appearing in the 90s Orlando Magic Arena. Color correction have been made to all Boston Celtics historic arena floors to improve accuracy. The following current day courts have received updated designs or fixes for accuracy. You can just pause it and read that on your own right there. Moving on. The following players have had their general likeness updates or adjustments made. And again, it is quite a big whopper of a list. You can go ahead and pause it right there. I'm going to keep going here. Okay. Like that's pretty wild there. Go ahead, take a look at that as we scan on through. That's a lot of people right there. A lot of people. Unbelievable people. All right, never mind that. The following historic players have had new sculpts or updates. This must have been from the people that gave my prior videos a thumbs down. Now they had to have their faces readjusted. That wasn't funny. City Pro-Am Rec Theater. Many improvements to performance, stability, and visuals have been made to enhance the overall experience in the city. Made changes to reduce user-reported latency during multiplayer games in the city. Squads are now able to chat when waiting on got-neck circles. Progression earned in Pro-Am, and starting 5 games will now be retained if the opposing players leaves the game. Visuals on the Elite Court status menu have been improved so that all courts are more easily readable. Custom shoes will now appear in the rec clothing category as intended. Stats will now properly appear on the team matchup overlay when playing Pro-Am games. The get on, get off animations for various vehicles have been sped up. When you're getting off, I'm just saying you usually don't want to rush that. You want to slow it down a bit. A medium pace is usually recommended. Fixed a rare issue that could cause the loading icon to appear indefinitely when in the city. Resolved a rare timing issue that could cause players to show up as invisible after accepting an invite, so they're pretending that they're John Cena, you see. Players appearing on the social menu can now be directly joined when in available state. We all know you ain't got no friends. The social menu can now be used when waiting on got-neck circles, as long as it's not the circle. I won't even say that. Social notifications will no longer appear when playing in games in the city. Look 1 and Look 2 can now be switched between as expected in the close menu. Resolved an issue that could cause default clothing items to override equipped ones, or a rare issue in the tattoo parlor that prevented clothing from being removed, hindering placement. The heat check and recharge reward boosts will now properly apply in non-NBA games. Affiliation-specific rewards are now properly removed from a player's inventory when transferring to the opposing one. Players will now be removed from starting 5 games when idling for too long. The win streak count will now appear correctly during the post-game recap sequence after games in the city. Player matchup screen in rec games will now correctly show the 4 best attributes for each player. The difficulty of the initial street ball opponents has been lowered. Resolved a hang when quitting a street ball game during an action replay. Addressed a functionality issue that could occur with the street ball player's select menu after losing a rematch game. Mamba moments. Usually, if you get a Mamba moment, you get bit, it's lights out for you. There's just no coming back from that. Many improvements and updates have been made to the UI, the audio, and in-game ambient elements to add further detail and immersion. The restricted area line in the King of Sack game has been updated to match official reference. My career, quests, progression, multiple fixes and adjustments have been made to improve the overall quest experience and ensure proper progression and quest completion throughout the mode. Various tuning adjustments and fixes have been made to optimize content related to record-breaking performances and the rise up the GOAT tier list. Resolved a rare issue that caused rebirth and certain badge perk rewards to not be unlocked as expected. Fixed some tracking issues with quests shared across multiple saves. Various adjustments to key games logic have been made to improve accuracy and frequency. Fixed an issue with single-season record GOAT moments that could incorrectly carry them over to the subsequent season and create unnecessary key games. Various fixes and adjustments have been made to GOAT skill stat tracking and requirements. The Art of Shooting Gym will now remain open for practice after the current drill has been completed. Updated the starting requirements for the Chris Brickley and Art of Shooting quests so that they unlock more easily for all types of players. Many improvements have been made to social media messaging to ensure accuracy and proper frequency. All those Russian blonde bots that are messaging you aren't real people. Resolved an issue that could cause certain coach game goals to fail prematurely. Nobody likes the premature. The record for triple doubles in a rookie season is now properly reflected. The win back-to-back MVP's GOAT moment will now correctly complete when accomplished. Addressed an issue that could cause some press conferences to be available after the incorrect game. Hall of Fame level badges will no longer display a full progress meter when not actually full. The Overdrive quest will now properly track silver badges that were previously unlocked via Rebirth. Takeover perk quest givers now properly appear in their street ball court locations in all expected cases. Resolved an issue that could prevent rewards from being earned in flashback games. Fixed an issue that caused the crowd to be missing in flashback games when accessed from the street ball courts. What else do we got going? A handful of errant audio references to GOAT moments in flashback games have been removed. Fixed a rare hang when exiting the animation store menu, or a hang that could occur when navigating the edit playbook menu after simulating multiple games. Additional signature shoes created beyond the first one in my career should now correctly appear in the closet. The location for some shoe endorsement scenes has been adjusted so that they begin with the proper placement. Resolved an issue that could prevent a free throw golf drill from being completed in the team practice facility. Fixed an issue that could cause the score to incorrectly become negative in the three-point challenge drill in the team practice facility. Resolved a rare hang that could occur when a trainer is retrieving a ball in the team practice facility, Art of Shooting Gym, or Brickley's Gym. Fixed a rare camera issue that could cause my player to become invisible again, cosplaying John Cena, in the team practice facility. Many updates have been made to the NPCs in all NBA arenas as they continue to enhance the general atmosphere before, during, and after games. Background noise has been reduced when watching podcasts and other social videos when in the arena tunnel or locker room. Addressed a rare hang that could occur during the ring ceremony in later seasons of my career. Resolved some camera issues that could occur in NBA games if played directly after a street ball game. My Team, various improvements and updates have been made to many menus throughout the My Team. Player Market has been updated to clearly show the discounts when buying a set, and a fix for displaying non-player card collection rewards. On the My Team homepage, a notification icon has been added to the Seasons button when there are unclaimed season level awards. Fixed a rare issue that prevented some players from using valid lineups. Triple threat modes will now use the score overlay used in other My Team modes. Green release camera cuts have been disabled in multiplayer games. Multiplayer modes have had their total pauses and numbers of timeouts reduced. Unlimited, 5 timeouts, 6 pauses. Salary cap, 3 timeouts, 4 pause. Clutch time online, 2 timeouts, 4 pauses. Triple threat online, 4 pauses. Timeouts in unlimited and salary cap modes will now be 30 seconds in length. Ensured automatic substitutions respect a player's card primary and secondary position. The in-game coach boosts system has been updated to allow for new triggers. Maybe someday we'll reach the end of these goddamn patch notes. Addressed an issue with the in-game coach boosts after restarting a game. Head coaches and coaching staffs will no longer dress in suits in My Team games. Various updates have been made to the post-game in My Team Recap. Addressed some issues that could occur when applying customized shoes from the MT Shoe Lab under certain circumstances. My NBA, the W. Various stability fixes and improvements have been made for My NBA Online, and the W. Various improvements have been made to the player generation and progression, particularly to have more generated players reach higher overall ratings. A variety of available staff in My NBA has been increased to help improve the off-season period. as well as an issue with MyNBA that would cause the commentary to talk about the franchise records being broken too frequently when playing with an expansion team. Addressed a hang that could occur in the offseason when using a downloaded expansion team. Downloaded draft classes can now be edited as expected when outside of MyNBA. Resolved an issue that could cause certain players in MyNBA to be updated to younger heads rather than older ones when an age likeness update occurs. Players replaced with the player DNA feature will no longer revert to the original player when an age likeness update occurs. Proper standing rules will now be used when starting a save in the LeBron era in MyNBA. The G League can now be disabled when starting in the LeBron and Kobe eras of MyNBA. All rookie teams in MyNBA will now always have a full 10 players selected. Addressed an issue in the MyNBA that could cause players to show up in the Hall of Fame and jersey retirements lists without having officially retired. Bet you're done. Resolved a hang that could occur when replacing the finals MVP when in playoff mode. Support for contract extension has been added in MyNBA Online. The gameplay difficulty setting will now update as expected when changed within MyNBA Online. Resolved an issue preventing various stat overlays from appearing during Jordan-era games in MyNBA. The simulator will now correctly follow the NBA WNBA rule for which team gets possession at the start of each quarter. Modern-day hashtag signs will no longer appear in the crowd in older-era games for obvious reasons. The team names that were previously reversed will now appear correctly above the player list in the Trade Finder results menu. Northwest Division will properly appear when sorting by division and in the NBA standings menu. Fixed a variety of animation and other visual issues with the pregame and postgame sequences in the W online. The pick and roll icons will now properly appear during pickup games in the W. And that is it. Sweet holy pineapple, mother of God. It took 17 minutes to narrate these patch notes. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like the video? Well, that's just too goddamn bad. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. We'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, obviously, that would be great now, wouldn't it? But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.